All right, folks, sorry about that. I have no idea what happened with everything, man. Some stray gremlins. Hopefully you got in and out of that S&P 500 trade, $1.30, 75 cents, 15 minutes, $750. Did everybody get that? I don't even think I got a chance. Did I blast that out? Man. All right. Let's go ahead and get airborne. My apologies. I have no idea what's going on with all of my equipment. All right, here we go. Let's throttle up and get airborne. Hang on. Get everything together. Okay, so I just shot a sniper. I thought maybe that's what all this was going on here. If you didn't get that alert, my apologies. Where the hell did I put that? Anyway, you should be taking these snipers on your own. You should know how to do it, unless you're extremely new. I thought I posted that. Took the screenshot. Anyway, great sniper opportunity. We're going to we're going to talk about tredging for tomorrow, putting an S&P 500 tredge on for inflation. So when I saw this pop at the open right there, I sold a bear call spread at 90.95. I looked at the max pain, the open interest, and I knew we were going to fade. So great $750 in a couple minutes there. Now, I also, before we get airborne, if you're not in solo AI tomorrow night at 7, hockey games tonight. Yeah, there's no hockey tomorrow night, so we're legal. At 7 o'clock. All right, didn't post it. My apologies. So there you go. Go.topgunoptions.com/solo-AI-live. I'm going to brief our new AI service, the 10 names we're targeting, why this little bit of a break or pullback is a gift. And you can also get access to the brand new AI Super Cycle report that I just posted the other day for AI members. Or I'm sorry, Tactical Trade Alert members. It's right there. It is 16 pages of awesomeness, and just, you know, it's stupid. This is stupid. Also, just dropped a brand new neuroplastogen report to the Tactical Trade Alert members with my current positions in here. We'll talk about some of this stuff tomorrow in AR, but and everything that's going on, a tie, compass, help in the penalty box, and everything like that. So if you don't have access to these reports, you're not in Tactical Trade Alerts. You can go get both of these for free, technically, right now, because I just posted this all out to the public. Okay, I posted that link and it didn't go to anybody. There's the Tactical Trade Alert link if you want to get access to those reports. And then here's the link for the Solo AI brief tomorrow night. If you're not in Solo AI, come and check it out. If you are, you don't need to come. And finally, I mean, 3 people joined yesterday during the brief. If you don't, just join. It's $97 a month to join the Tactical Trade Alert service, $970 for a year. Lifetime's already included. They get everything for the rest of their lives included, which is the best deal ever. You're welcome. Okay, and so we'll talk about the psychedelic names tomorrow. Really excited for everything going on. All right. Thank God. I have a Faulkner hit at 11:15. I got to be off right at 11 to log on. So I have a Fox News hit if you want to watch. If you're bored of sick of seeing me, don't. The Lost in Apache. Don't know if it was shot down. These helicopters terrify me. Way too many moving parts. I'm not a helicopter guy. Respect them. I'm at 30,000 feet air conditioning. They're at 30 feet or 3 feet. So hats off to them. But again, don't know if they were shot down or mechanical issues. Any piece of equipment that flies that has something called a Jesus nut, I'm not flying, and they don't have ejection seats. The well, the I was going to say the biggest part of the story. The biggest part of the story is they are both rescued. Thank God for them and their families. The second biggest part is they were rescued by unmanned boats. Isn't that creepy? Unmanned boats, drone boats. got them. Now that's awesome because we're not risking more lives with combat search and rescue. 15,000 moving parts all bought at the lowest bidder. Great point, Shrek. So, I'm sure, well, I hope Raisin or Hegseth or whoever's going to tell us what happened to this thing. Uh, why is it quiet right now? President Trump, if they shot down an Apache, fucking kill them, level them. What are you doing? What are you doing? What if these two were killed? These people do not understand negotiations. This ain't Manhattan real estate, dude. Finish this. If they were shot down, there's going to be hell to pay. There goes the S&P 500. So tomorrow, look at that. It's like I do this for a living. So this is ridiculous. It's yeah, trust me. And Israel's like, are you kidding me? And the op-ed in the Wall Street Journal yesterday, taking shots. I mean, they always take shots at Trump, but yeah, Israel fights while Trump talks. The U.S. demands more restraint from an ally than it does from Iran. They're love tabs or something like that. 11 ballistic missiles into Israel. 30 in all in the past couple of days. And Netanyahu's like, are you kidding me? So this is, as Iran's regime weighed its options, discover that Mr. Trump had dismissed it as prior attacks as trifle and love taps. Mr. Trump didn't respond to Iran's attacks on U.S. Gulf allies, excusing the 30 missiles and drones into Kuwait that killed somebody. Not a big deal. A tit for tat. Wow. Iran took U.S. inaction as permission to escalate. An assessment Mr. Trump soon vindicated with shades of Joe Biden. Wow. The Iranian strikes didn't hurt anybody. Giving the regime cover behind the success of Israeli air defenses. I'm going to call Bibi and tell him not to retaliate. Dude, what are you doing? If the regime won't make a deal that meets U.S. objectives, Mr. Trump needs an alternative, and soon. We've passed 100 days, the strait's still closed. We've been sneaking ships through, right? While we were not letting any Iranian people through. A Hornet off the Lincoln, my boat, I don't know what it was, man. Hopefully they strafed it. They put something into an engine room. Maverick, I don't know, into to an Indian tanker and disabled. So this is, and then did you hear that the recent ballistic missile attack against Iran? We didn't do anything. We sat on our hands. No U.S. forces. Trump kind of told Bibi, figure it out. Wow. Whoa. So, why am I rambling about this? Because look at the S&P 500. Look at my bear put spread I put on yesterday. So, lady, I should have led with this, but I don't lead with tactical stuff. If you don't have a bearish trade on for tomorrow's inflation print, you're an idiot. I put one on yesterday afternoon, and I'll brief you in a second. But man, we got inflation tomorrow morning, and if it's hot, this market's going to implode. So, Wall Street is rushing to fund the AI bonanza in every conceivable way. Did you see, who was it? OpenAI, whatever. I'm losing track. They filed for their confidential IPO or something like that. Of course, it leaked. So, giant debt deals, right? Companies keep raking in investor cash. Now, you guys know me, man. You can't trade off the left side of a chart. I lived through the dot-com boom. I was an instructor pilot in a fighter squadron in Miramar, sitting in the red room day trading. I lived through the global financial crisis. I was in the Chicago Board of Trade. This ain't my first rodeo with massive pullbacks. The COVID crash, the Joe Biden bear market of 2022, the Trump tariff and Operation Epic Fury pullbacks. This is definitely frothy. But unlike all the other pullbacks, this froth has math behind it, right? So, look at this global bond issuance by big tech companies. So you guys know this, right? We can keep going, SPX. We can, as the music's playing, man, let's all dance and print money on these names. And then not if, the air, I'm not going to call it a crash or bubble pop or anything like that. Remember, good names survive, right? Some of the .com insane stupid. I just started Wiz.com. Here's $1 trillion. That was all dumb, right? But things like Amazon, did you see this? What was it? Driverless trucks are here. Look at that. And they're delivering bags of Doritos. Yay. So there goes an 80 to $120,000 a year job. Gone. By the way, they're electric and this, there goes the mechanics, there goes the drivers, the 401ks, the healthcare, the ladies and gentlemen. I told you this 5, 10 years ago. I'm like, Jeff Bezos will get rid of just about every employee in it. Look at that. No driver. No driver. There's the AI McDonald's. I see a bunch of them now. There isn't a single human in the McDonald's. Not one. Look at that. Let's go SPX. How's my bear put spread looking? That turned around rather quickly. It's up 2 grand today. Or wait, no, there it is. It's still flat. Perfect. All right. So this money, ladies and gentlemen, they're trying to get from everywhere. All the Bitcoin Scientologists are like, oh, well, that's why we're pulling back. People are selling I got a bag of pet rocks, man. It's a joke. And the cult of personality around Michael Saylor, who lost $6 billion in a day. The dude's a criminal. Oh, well, I settled that because you did a Bobby Axelrod. You wrote like a massive check to stay out of prison. So look at that shit, man. Do we have like a leak of CPI? Look at this. If you're still in the bear call spread that I failed to send out, you're at $2,000 in profit right now. Whew. So, did everybody get this yesterday? I did send this out because I'm not an idiot. Right here. Did everybody get this yesterday? You should have gotten this. If you did, you're printing money right now. Bear put spread. I bought the 7,400 puts, and we're heading to 7,400 as I'm speaking right now, and sold the 7,350s. Bear put spread, risking $1,700 to make 3,300. Then what did I do? I'm like, you know what? I'm cheap. I'm gonna have somebody else help me pay for this. Bear call spread, the 74.75, which I should close right now for max profit, and the 74.80. Bearish double vertical for tomorrow morning. Why are you getting tactical, Wiz? Because I don't want you to miss out on a potential trade right now for tomorrow. Because we're heading right to 7,400. Let's watch it all together. We're heading right to 7,400 right now with violence. Did the CPI leak? Is it some sort of horror for tomorrow? So everybody stop if you want to get tactical real quick and go look at that trade. I'm telling you, I'm Harrison Ford right now. I got a bad feeling about the CPI tomorrow morning. Look at the chart right here of the S&P 500. This was a good jobs number. This was a good jobs number. We're in a hover right now, folks, at the 20-day moving average. If we get hot CPI in the morning, we will go down to the 50-day moving average. You can count on that. Okay? So go Tredge or hedge right now, or wait for me to let me cruise, because again, I got to get out of here in a little bit to look good for my Fox hit. Market rout leaves Wall Street bracing for rockier times. Duh. I mean, markets don't go up forever. That most recent rip your face off rally was awesome, but in these live trade briefs, what did I do? I said we haven't hit the 20-day moving average, doesn't count right here in a long boom. Last Tuesday in the primary live trade brief, or was it in AR? Whenever it was, Tuesday or Wednesday or last week, we put on a bearish Tredge. That made several 100% if you stayed in it. If you stayed in it, you got a max profit out of that thing. You're welcome. So rockier times, I love it. I love it as an options trader, right? We don't love hurricane season in Florida. If you're, If you're an insurance person, you love hurricane season because the premiums go through the roof. And then, of course, you sit there and say, I hope it doesn't hit. But if it does hit, I'm going to deny everybody's claims and they can sue me and it'll take 20 years. When Trump, this was awesome. The reporter was on CNBC yesterday. He's right. When Trump jawbones the market, bet against him at your own peril. If you want to trade your limousine liberal purple hair nipple ring politics, you're going to be broke. I might not agree with him jawboning, and I made $750,000 in one trade when he said the market looks good here during COVID, and he obviously was wrong. But 98% of the time, man, when the guy jawbones, it works. Raytheon, I got blown out of the top. Leave it to Raytheon last week. Good jobs numbers. The market implodes. Everything implodes except Raytheon pops just a periscope through the top of my iron condor. I had to close it. Still made money. It wasn't max profit. It was a couple $100 or whatever. It wasn't a loss. But look at this headline. Why does it take years to get a Patriot missile from factory to front line? The missile takes more than 2 years to build and relies on, you ready for this? 400 companies. Why was I watching 60 Minutes the other night? Maybe I fell asleep on the couch and woke up and it was on because I haven't watched that in 30 years, man. It used to be good. How about Scott Pelley? What a joke. Stolen valor. Dan Rather, in combat, if there was going to be an ambush of U.S. troops, I wouldn't say anything because I'm a journalist. The fuck did you just say? Scott Pelley, 60 Minutes. I've been in combat for this country. I didn't wear the uniform, but okay, buddy. Anyway, um, 60 Minutes. They had a report on shipping. Do you know how many shipyards we have in this country? I think I can count them on two fingers. Do you know the first targets of the People's Liberation missiles will be our shipyards? They said the China cranks out an oil like a super tanker a week. China can crank out a ship a week. It takes whatever that shipyard, the CEO's like 8 months, a year for one. We're in so much trouble, folks. I remember, was it Yorktown? Man, I'm gonna have to do 50 push-ups. I forget my naval history. I've told this story before, but gets blown up, destroyed, and hit Midway or wherever it was, or the Salmon, whatever was first. The captain like radios Nimitz or whoever it was, like, hey man, 3 months to fix all of this. What was the response? You have 3 days. Every man on the in the islands of Hawaii, pipe fitter, carpenter, ladies who everybody swarmed that ship like bees and it was out in 2 days. Back to combat. We are screwed. So, yeah, they have no unions. You're exactly right. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. The only good thing about this, folks, is the fact that this is out there. And I mean, look at this. You can't. The good news is that these headlines, Raytheon, people will start acting, right? They're always stuck in lag. But like the shipyards, man, the guy's right. He's like, man, you can't build a shipyard. You can't build anything in America today. Democrats made sure that the yellow-bellied sapsucker has more priority than building a ship for our nation's defense. Don't get me wrong. I love the environment. God is the environment. But as Gordon Gekko and as a military guy, we're screwed. We're so screwed. And the war, we used to be protected by two oceans. Um, Now there's no battlefields. Oh, before I already posted this on Twitter. Um, did you see the video in the Islamic Republic of the United Kingdom of the guy cutting the other guy's head off? I think he was from Sudan or Somalia. Did you see the video? I'm not going to show you the video. I'm not. Oh, Jesus. I can't. I can't. I can't. The Islamic Republic of the United Kingdom has fallen. Good thing its law-abiding citizens can't arm themselves while Islamic invaders are running around with knives, stabbing, beheading, and he's slicing this guy's head off in the middle of the street from Sudan or Somalia, something with an S. with a knife, cutting this guy's head off. Now, knowing British police, they would have run up and handcuffed the white guy on the ground. Fucking disgrace. And the police are arresting and letting white men die after being stabbed. The sun set a long time ago on the British Empire. Starmer. The horrific attack in Belfast last night is sickening. I have absolutely no tolerance for abhorrent scenes of violence like this on our streets. You absolutely do. Radical Islam has invaded and are cutting people and raping. You don't watch the video. Don't watch the video. Don't watch the video. Oh my God, man. And people were freaking out about Hegseth's D-Day speech. Do you think the young 18, 19-year-old kids that stormed those beaches would storm Europe today? We saved Europe twice from essentially invasions from bad people. Now they invite them in. Come on in. No, we're good. Good luck. Good luck, fellas. Good luck. All right, so let's get tactical, man. The strong jobs, no rate cut, baby. So let's talk about it. So we got a good jobs number on Friday. What is tomorrow morning at 8:30? I might even skip yoga for this. This is that important. CPI, baby. All I cared. The headline's going to be year over year, right? Look at this. Look at this. Sit up straight. 3.8 was last month, which was a horror. They're calling for 4.2. Now, I don't know if Trump's hedging a little bit or if there's somebody in the BLS like doing the Biden. Do you remember years ago, Biden? I hear tomorrow's report might be 10.1%. Did you just say double digit? The Tuesday afternoon, the market got destroyed. I left yoga the next morning. Breaking news: CPI is only 9.1%. Futures were up 800. I'll never forget this. I made a shitload of money. Futures went up 800 points. I'm driving with my knees, leaving yoga, saying, "Sell it, sell at the open, sell everything." And this pop. What happened? Market opened up 800 points and closed at the end of the day down like almost flat. It was like -1, just slightly red. I'm like, are you insane? Did anybody think the market was going to celebrate? Oh, it's only 9. Look at this. Here's Trump the first. 2.5 was the highest ever. Kind of normal stuff, right? Joe Biden. It was COVID. Shut up with your COVID bullshit. Okay? This is what happens when the federal government prints money out of thin air and throws it into equities. And you have the Inflation Reduction Act, you have the this act, you have that, and writing off student loans and just spending like a drunken sailor. However, let's stay present. I don't care about Joe Biden. This is a horror for Donald Trump. If tomorrow comes in, hell, even in line at 4.2, I think, and I can be completely wrong. This is why when we talk about a Tredge, it should be an amount of money where you're like, I lost. You didn't lose. I never looked at an injection seat when I got out of the jet and said, what a waste. Ladies and gentlemen, if it comes in hotter than 4.2, it is a lookout below moment. Okay? Now, if it comes in lighter, relief rally. But look at where we are right now, folks. We are in look at the hovers, right? We have hovers. Up, hover, up, long hover, up, little pullback, up, pullback, strong up, strong. We're in a hover right now. Look at this. We're pinned right at the 20-day moving average. We're going to break tomorrow morning. There will be a break. It either is going to do that because inflation sucked, or it's going to do that because, yay, it was cooler. If it's, I really don't see a hover on, geez, that's just, I don't see porridge tomorrow. I don't see anybody really going, so And let's just think intuitively, because if you're new, you don't get any of this. Wait a minute, Wiz, good jobs and the market imploded. Yeah, Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chief, wants rate cuts. Trump wants rate cuts. The market wants rate cuts. You can't cut rates when the jobs market is so strong. By the way, if you read the jobs report like I do, because I'm a nerd and I sit here and want to make money, is 70,000 or so is World Cup jobs. Bartenders. Did you see the Brits? It's so funny. I didn't know they like send them around the country. They're all in different places. The Brits practicing in Florida died. Whatever country up in the Carolinas died. The heat. We're like, oh yeah, Europeans. By the way, that big thing in the sky is called the sun. It produces heat. I know you're not used to that in your pasty white skin, but welcome to America in the summer. So we're going to break, folks. I can be wrong. You guys know rarely I can be wrong, but man, I don't. This is a big one. After a jobs report that was blisteringly hot, you get a blisteringly hot inflation report, and that's an excuse to sell off. Okay, I think I did an awesome job. Just ask me of red teaming that too. If I'm wrong, we rip, and I don't care. I'm not losing money on these Tredges. You never lose money on a Tredge. You never lose when you're buying for your buddies, and you never lose money on a Tredge. A trade that acts like a hedge. So I'll redo what I did yesterday. I'm already in one. 105 in Vegas. There's nobody in Vegas, are there? Any of the teams? I mean, that's hell. I'm American, and Vegas in the summer is hell. So what did I do yesterday? It was the 7350. Yeah, the 7400. This might be copy paste right now, guys. This is the trade I would do right now. Duh. Let's go look at it. Um, where is it? This is the trade I would do right now. I'll bring it up on the screen. Okay, this is for tomorrow, folks. I paid 1,700 bucks. It's 1,300 bucks. You get it 400 bucks cheaper than I do. Buy one 7,400 put for tomorrow. If we implode through I mean, look at the chart. Let me bring it up in the background. We'll go look at the max pain in a second. We were at seven. I put this on right here yesterday. It was making money yesterday into the close. Now, obviously, we're doing this. But folks, 7,400 is right here. It's sneezing distance. So you don't have to do anything. I bought a 7,400 put, and then I'm cheap. Folks, we opened up 45 points on the S&P 500. Do you know if we get a hot inflation print, we could open down 45 points tomorrow, and this trade would be at max profit at the open. What are you risking? At this moment, you're risking 1,200 to make 3,800 bucks. Okay. Any questions on this? I already posted it yesterday. I'm not going to take another screenshot and send out another alert. I already did it. Any questions on this? And then a couple of minutes later, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to add a bear call spread. Yesterday was a 45.80. That's at max profit. Close that right now. That's a 95% profit right now. You're welcome. So I already brought in money to help pay for this. I think I did 8 contracts in my personal account. So already, what was that? It's about 600 bucks. So I paid for, now I'm out 1,100 bucks ish right now on insurance for tomorrow. Pretty sure it's not insurance, man. Because again, I mean, if we come in light, yay, all my bullish positions are going to rip. But if we don't, this is my 1,000 bucks going to yoga tomorrow morning. If we come in hot, we're going to implode. So let's go look at what the bear call spread. Yeah, tomorrow, folks. This is all tomorrow. Dave, I'm not, good question. Before we look at the bear call spread, there's your jobs report. On Friday, we went from a VIX of 15 to $6. Let's go look at, there is no tomorrow. There is a tomorrow. There's only the present. No, there isn't a tomorrow, Wiz, but let's look at the tomorrow expiration. You know what I'm getting at. No, I wouldn't. I'm an S&P 500 guy. We'll get a violent move. For now, I'm sticking with SPX. But let's go look at tomorrow's. That's the ninth. Let's do the 10th and see if my screen freezes up here. Let it load. See if I got my link yet for Fox News. Not yet. Okay. Let's scroll down. All right. So, and you know what? Where's my chat? I use chat and also Anthropic. Where's my Top Gun options? Right there. Hang on 1 second. Let me scroll up. So if you have questions about this, so the so volume, the volume chart I'm going to show you is the most important for short-term direction, right? Zero DTE. Volume tells you where traders are actively placing bets today, not where they placed them in the past. Does that make sense? When you see huge same day volume at a strike, a cycle, there you go. Now, OI, open interest, is the magnets. Okay? Open interest is where the existing exposure sits. Do you understand this? Where are the landmines already buried? Large open interest strikes act as magnets, become support resistance, create pinning effects, right? And this was yesterday. But let's go look. So this is for tomorrow. So there's volume for tomorrow. 7,700, 7,600. Those are calls. Really not a lot, but let's go up to here. Whoop. All right. 73, 55, and 45. A lot of puts. 7,400. Okay. 75, 25. So, folks, look at this. These two big things here and these two big things here. What is that? That's a trade. That's probably, let me draw it. What's that, folks? All right. So let's go look at it. It could be, yeah, or straddle, strangle, iron condor. But yeah, there's a lot and there's a lot. So there are people saying, hey man, Wiz, I just heard your brief. We're either going to rip because it's cool or we're going to implode because it ain't. I have, with the war and the oil and everything like that, I already see Trump making his excuses for the print tomorrow if it's hot. So let's go back to SPX. We're hovering right around 74.25 right now. So tomorrow is right there. My I'll show you where my current trade is. The puts, there it is. There's my long put. So what's the at the money straddle? We're in between two strikes. Let's just go with the 25. We're hovering around the 25 right now. Straddle. Tomorrow's date is the 10th. Jesus, that's you know, $135 wide. That is a massive 1 day straddle. Okay. I did, Matt. Every once in a while, I open it to the public so the viewers on YouTube can see. And they can see that they can join tomorrow night our solo AI session if they're not in solo AI. I love live streaming 1 or 2 times a month because I'm in a good mood. June 10th at 7, all you free YouTube people. Or you can go download the tactical trade alerts I just posted. Two of them. You get access to the AI, you get access to the psychedelic biotech sector report. Go.topgunoptions.com/TTA for you YouTubers, tactical trade alerts. All right. What's the top? 74.95. And the bottom is 73. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Look, folks, 74.95. We'll go look at a bear call spread up there. And 73.55. Let's just say 73.50. We'll round down. That's where my put is. I bought the 7,400 and I sold the 73.50. Now let's go put another roof on. I already closed one roof for a nice profit. Let's look at a new roof for tomorrow. 74.95 was the top. 74.95. And then, there's not enough premium in that to me. Nope, just under my 1 to 0.25. So I'd go down to the 75. Right there, $1.40. Why? Because I like my 25s, right? I like that range. Sell tomorrow, 74.75. Uh, call buy the 74.80. Okay. You know what? I'll be a nice guy and put the put spread on here too. I'll do that for you guys. Buy in the 7,400. If you don't think anything, you're a stoic. Good for you. Sit on your hands, eat popcorn for tomorrow. Wiz, I have no idea what the inflation report is going to be. I'm just hanging. Good for you. So this trade is a total of 1,100 bucks for tomorrow. A Tredge. You're risking 16 to make 3,900 bucks. If we sneeze and get a hot report, you could potentially make 4 grand tomorrow. If you don't do anything and it's hot and we implode and all your long-term bullish positions are getting hammered, I don't want to hear a word from you. That's your fault. Or if your long-term bullish positions take a hit tomorrow, but you made 4 grand, you go buy more of your long-term bullish positions that got hammered. Do you get this? Everybody give me a vertical head nod like, yes. Did it on Friday, folks. Our Tredge worked like a champ. All right, I will grab a screenshot of this one. 1,100 bucks, folks, is cheap insurance. I can't wait for. I love these trades, right? I don't care if I was about to say if I lose 1,100 bucks, I'm failing at my own language. I didn't lose 1,100 bucks, man. If the inflation comes in lighter and the market rips, I have bullish on America trades. I got Amazon. I got so much bullish stuff on there. It's all going to rip. So I sleep like a baby. Let's look at a potential ratio spread though. How about you do 5 up here in the credit spread, right? Now you're spending 580, potentially risk 3 to make 44, right? You can do a ratio spread, man. It's up to you. How about 2 and 2 down at the bottom? Well, now I'm spending 2,100 bucks to potentially make 8 grand, but my max risk is 5. So you can play with this. You know what, Wiz? You usually do 15 of these up here. Well, I'll do 10 today. Okay, this one I'm spending 15 and I'm potentially making 8,500 bucks, risking 65. So I'm not gonna. You can sit here and play with those strikes on your own. That's up to you. Greg, you're over here in the Q&A box, man. Move over to the chat. What about us using SPY if you don't want to risk 1,100? Greg, I don't trade SPY because it settles in shares. Never traded SPY. I trade the index, SPX. It settles in cash and you run no risk of assignment. But to your point, if you can't afford SPX, it's a great substitute. And there goes SPX going where? Down to 7,400 with a big red candle. Boom. So get this trade on. And you can use XSP. I will send this one out as an alert. Updated, since I already sent this out, updated SPX June 10, SPX bearish Tredge. And I have 16 minutes to do Raytheon, JP Morgan, and all our other existing positions. Let me grab the screenshots for this trade. 7,400 on the nose. If you shot that sniper, you are printing money. You're at 98% profit close. And it just went through 7,400. This is how we do it. So the put spread that I opened up this brief down $1,000 is now flat, and we'll start be even more green in a second here. If we get a look at that, 7,400. If you had put that bear put spread on When I started talking about it through here, you're already printing money. Love it. Oh, I need a new bear call spread. Damn. You know what? Let me do our. I'm going to add that bear call spread, but let's talk through model portfolio positions while we're over here. Raytheon still underwater a little bit. I already fell on my sword about the iron condor. There's no way Friday when the jobs report was hot and everything imploded. I'm like, oh, that's great. Thank you, Raytheon, for being the only stock in my portfolio that popped out. What's the wizism? Iron condors are great until what? They're not. So it popped out of the 180 by a periscope on Friday, and I had to close it for about $300 profit. Did not make a max profit. Somebody asked, like, how'd you get max profit? I'm like, it says I made a little profit. That's not the word max. Um, this is great news. It's trying to do what? The South will rise again. It's getting off the mat here. It gets it. We're still fighting. They're taking 2 years to build missiles. China's going to invade Taiwan or embargo or blockade. There goes the S&P 500. If you put this Tredge on, you're already making money. Love doing stuff live, man. That's making money. There you go. 7,400 and we're imploding. Uh, I don't know what's going. Where's my phone? Well, it's funny when my mastermind group's like, "Hey, why is the market imploding?" I'm like, "Oh, I usually ask you guys because I'm in my brief." Um, Hot report get released early. If that's something like that's going on, like, oh my God, I hear it's going to be super hot. I'm going to close it today. I'm not going to wait for the hot report because it might actually buy the news. What the hell is going on, man? That's funny. Now that bear put spread is up 400 bucks when you started this brief, and it wasn't. Wow, love it. Holy crap. We are imploding. That's a massive candle. Woo! Brent got 45% in 5 minutes, closed it. I love that. Did everybody get filled on your Tredge, man? Look out below. Wow. We're going to go hit 73.75. I absolutely love this. Isn't it awesome to be making money, sitting here making money as the market is going down? Wow. Brent, nobody's gone broke taking a profit, my buddy, right? Man, I got to drop new lines in down here. So for all the free people on YouTube, you just made money in a free live trade brief. You're welcome. Let's see if we see these 25s. Let's see if we hold here today, man. This might be I'm sorry. This might be an early CPI release, not release, rumor. We might be seeing the Biden 9.1 repeat here. Look at that. Are we going to hold here? Nope. Let's just sit here and marvel in my greatness. Everybody making money right now? I love it. Ah, yeah, we just keep going lower. Um, Man, I did not I thought I had this in the model portfolio too. That sucks. That was just in my personal account. I thought I added this yesterday. Maybe I didn't get filled yesterday. Oh, I tried to do the whole thing yesterday as a double vertical altogether, and it didn't fill. All right, Raytheon. I'm just going to do a short call. I'm going to sit in my hands as far as the spread because I love making money in a brief. So, folks, we made money on a bear. How much money was that today? So I shot a sniper at the open. That would be at max profit right now. And we just did if you put on the put spreads and everything from yesterday, there you go. Dwayne made $1,000. Love it. Let's go out to Friday on Raytheon. The 182 and a half. So I'm going to sell the 182 and a half, one contract on Raytheon, 120 bucks. JP Morgan, Man, that is we're gonna go hit 73.50. I might close my put spread. Wow. All right, JP Morgan. What am I doing? Synthetic stock at 310. We're at 310. We're hanging. I love JP Morgan. You guys know me. Jamie Dimon. He's getting, they're still talking about succession planning with Jamie. Let's go with the 317 and a half. If we get hot inflation tomorrow, all these names are going to get destroyed, and I can't sell a short call. Do the 317 and a half in JP Morgan. The screenshot of the Tredge is cut out to the left. I don't know what you mean by that. On the app, I don't know what the issue is. It's displaying correctly on the desktop. I don't know what to tell you. I've never heard of that before. The image is rendering differently on the not for me. That's your phone. There's my app right there. There's the picture of the trade on the app. It's a full image. And then there's risk. Something's wrong with your phone. It's displaying correctly. It won't display. It'll display the same here, and my phone it's showing fine. All right. I got 9 minutes. What else? Where's my briefing card? Let's start with that. JP Morgan. Oh, CBOE. I have to spell it out because my AI bot listening can't doesn't know what that is. CBO. Yeah, if you're looking at like the that image, of course it's all cut off. You got to click on the image. I mean, like not in the main thread. Everything looks. It's just showing you a preview that there's a thumbnail there, right? Everybody understand that? So CBOE. Is it off the mat right now? CBOE. CBOE. All right, there we go. Let's get some CBOE. You guys know where I am. It doesn't even 275 Mason Dixon line, man. Get in it, buy it, own it, love it. I already gave you the report last week. You know everything about CBOE. It got roped up in that stupid future. The CME needs to be destroyed and hammered because of that. And even then, I had it on my board, but I'm in CBOE. Even the CME is okay technically after the dust settled. That was a knee-jerk reaction and an excuse to sell off and take some profit. Okay, so I do the 285s in CBOE, and then JP Morgan was the 317 and a half. And then we already did Raytheon. Um, let's go take a look at SPX. So I'm wondering I'm always so this is ugly, folks. I already showed you what the other chart looks like, but that's a double. We're in a double bottom right now. We get hot inflation, we're going to implode. If you already exited your Tredge, you can always re-enter, man. You can always re-enter, and I might look at put this or yeah, there you go. The double bottom, head and shoulder stop, all that type of technical analysis. The SPX is really trying to hang here. Look at this. We're going to break up or down in a second. I love doing this stuff. See? Trying to magnet up to the 75 here. So repricing, let's go reprice for tomorrow the 73 because I'll do this in a model portfolio. I'm selling that one. I'm buying the 7,400. I need to mirror this one in here, not 10. And then the bear call spread, I'm going to do a new one. The call 74.75, or maybe even the 50, 74.50, 55. This is the new one I do in the model portfolio. Yeah. And it's trying to rebound there. Wow. You bet, Debbie. I could care less about the SpaceX IPO. We got to get through inflation tomorrow, right? The market's very, uh, I got to get going. Very tactical. Um, at 8:31 tomorrow morning, Debbie, I'm gonna care about the SpaceX IPO because inflation will hit and it'll be behind us. Does everybody good to go? Everybody have their Tredge on? If you don't, if you'd rather just sit here and eat popcorn, that's on you. But man, we just made uh so there's max profit and a bear call spread. I shot at the open. I did not send that out. My apologies. I was stuck in Zoom microphone hell. I'm glad it works because I'm jumping on Fox here. And then a bear put spread that if you put on at the beginning when I started talking about it, you're a couple people already closed for $1,000 or something like that. So all the people free on YouTube, you're welcome. I just showed you live, real money, me trades. Don't forget tomorrow night at 7, you can join me in Solo AI. I'm going to brief you on our newest, hottest service. Go.topgunoptions.com/solo dash AI dash live. Or if you're just in full throttle and you're not in our AI service, go do it. And you can go download the most current report. If you want access to the psychedelic trade and sector report, I just uploaded this morning, brand new off the press. Go.topgunoptions.com/TTA. That stands for Tactical Trade Alert. Then I'm going to start getting a little quiet on all these type of things. I'm done giving a ton of the free these reports that are thousands of dollars, man. I helped make these reports. I red teamed these reports at our Valarb hedge fund in Chicago. These are tight. These are awesome. I love this stuff. We'll talk about our psychedelic regular Fox News with Harris Faulkner. Apparently, she likes my call sign Wiz. I'm one of her favorites now. Take that for what it's worth. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go throw a sport coat on and a new shirt. I'll get this replay posted at about 11:30 whenever I get done the Fox hit. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Wiz out and namaste. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.